Hello everyone, this is Chris Polizzi with your technology tip screencast. Today's screencast is going to deal with RSS. RSS stands for Real Simple Syndication. It's represented by this symbol on websites. What RSS is, it's a way for content providers to send information to users. It's really a way to organize and simplify your online life. If you have a bunch of different websites that you follow, it's a way to organize all these websites in one place. So, for example, if I follow a couple different news websites, I follow a couple different blogs, a couple different podcasts, I have to go to all these websites to search for the information on them, see if anything new is published. If instead I took the RSS feeds from these websites and put them in an RSS reader, I can just go to this RSS reader and it will notify me or show me when new content is published on the websites I follow. And RSS readers look very similar to email inboxes. The RSS reader I'm going to go through today is Google Reader. There are a lot of RSS readers out there. I also like Bloglines and NetVibes, but I'm going to go through Google Reader. I think it's pretty simple. The concepts will apply to the other readers, what I go through in a screencast. And if you have a Google account, which a lot of people do, you have access to Google Reader. Google Reader looks great in smartphones. So this is the user interface for Google Reader. The left-hand side is your menu. The right-hand side, once I put subscriptions in, will be the RSS feeds or websites I follow. So let me just show you how simple it is to start adding content. I follow the New York Times technology part of their paper. So there's a couple different ways I can get the RSS feed. Sometimes websites at the bottom will have something that says RSS feed, which will link all the RSS feeds for their website. What news websites try to do is they list a couple of different feeds. So over here on the right side, I can see their technology news section. If I click on this, I'll get the RSS feed. But I also can just subscribe to certain parts, just the internet news, just the business news, just a company news, just a startup news, just their bit blog, just a personal tech blog, just David Pogue's blog. Or the last way, and I think the easiest, usually when you're on a website that produces a feed, just copy it. Now I can see that this website produces a feed because in my browser it says RSS, and all browsers will say whether or not that URL you're on is producing an RSS feed. So I'm going to copy this RSS feed, go back to my reader, say add a subscription, paste it in, and there you go. I subscribe to Technology News. The latest articles that were posted are right here. Another website I follow is the blog for Will Richardson. He's an educational technology person. He's pretty popular. So whenever he posts a new blog post, I want to know about it. So I'll copy his URL for his blog. I'll paste this in my reader, add a subscription, and I'm subscribed to his blog. So these are his most recent posts. So now again, if I go up to all items, I see it's a mix of, okay, the technology news and Will Richardson's blog. And it's the all items is basically an email inbox of my feeds and the information from all the websites, and it's coming in chronological order as things are posted. Just to show you a mix of media, I'm gonna apply or subscribe to a podcast. This is Alan November's podcast. He's another educational technology person. A lot of people follow him. He does great interviews in his podcasts of people in the education field and what they're doing. So I'm going to subscribe to his podcasts. I don't want to have to go to his website every so often to see if a new podcast is published. I want my reader to notify me when a new podcast is published. So now I have Al November in here, Will Richardson's blog, the technology for the New York Times section, and if I want to see all my items together, I click up here. Let me subscribe to one more thing. You can subscribe to people's YouTube channels. I'm going to subscribe to Radford University. Their School of Education posts screencasts, very similar to the ones I do, of using technology in the classroom. So I'm going to subscribe to that screencast. And there you go. 4 different resources I subscribe to. Whoops. Let me try the YouTube one again. Go back to my reader. Add a subscription. Okay, there you go. Uploads for. So if I want to see all the different videos for Rad for Education, they're all here. So I'm going to click back up to all items. So this is all the information I'm subscribed to. So instead of logging on the internet in the morning, going to 4 different websites, I can just go to my reader and see my RSS feeds that have come in. Now if I read, okay, Will Richardson's blog, reading screens, writing screens, teaching screens, and I want to further get more information on this, I can click on it. And Google Reader is good. They'll give you a summary, or if it's a short blog post, they'll sometimes give you the whole blog post. And I can read it through here. And if I want to go to the item, I click on this right arrow here, and I can go to the original item on the blog. If I like this, I can start and favorite to go back to it. Let me scroll down. Some other options, favorite down here. I can like it. I can share it with my friends. I can put a note on it. I can email it. I can keep it as unread. Maybe if I want to go back and reread it, and I can add tags. So then if I want to search, okay, Will Richardson, it will bring up all the posts that I added a tag for him on. I can go to my next item, read about it, see if I want to click on it. Go to my next one. Go to my next one. And basically, you can click through all these and see what you want. Read the little snippets and see if you want to go to the original piece. The readers have a lot of features. Shared items, start items, sorry, shared ones, items you put notes on, trends, you can see what the trends are for all the blogs and websites and podcasts you follow, how often you're reading everything. You can browse for some new stuff. You can follow people and follow what they browse. A lot of these features I don't use. I just subscribe and use all items, and that's it. I can have Google Reader recommend other podcasts or blogs or websites for me to follow based on what I'm following. And here are my subscriptions down here. The last thing I want to show is just how you can organize these subscriptions, because sometimes if I'm in a mood to do stuff for work, I might want to read just my education sites I follow. If I want to do personal stuff, I want to maybe read the websites, like the politics websites or recipe websites I follow personally. So you can organize your subscriptions into folders. Click on bottom left here, manage subscriptions, and I can just click to add to a folder. I'm going to make a new folder, and I'll make an education folder. So now my Al November site is in a folder, education folder. I'll put the Rad for Education site in education folder, and I'll put Will Richardson's blog in education folder. So when I go back, you'll see education folder has those 3 websites in it, and the New York Times Technology I put in a separate area on its own. So if I just want to look through my education folder, I just click on my education folder. I can just do work stuff. If I want to do some personal stuff and maybe read the technology section of the Times, I can read that there. And you can always go back to all items, all your folders, everything together. And again, this is RSS readers. That's a basic way to get started, and it really helps to organize and simplify the information you try to follow on the internet, and hopefully it would de-stress you a little. It does get very overwhelming to try and follow all the information out there and all the new information and to stay current, but try an RSS reader and see if that simplifies things for you.